Unit 2, Listen to the human urinary system. How do your body cells get rid of excretory materials? When body cells produces wastes, they release them to blood through the thin walls of the blood capillaries. Blood carries these wastes to special organs to get rid of them. First, carbon dioxide gas and water vapor are released from two lungs. Second, nitrogenous wastes, which are urine and uric acid, are released from the two kidneys. Excess salts and excess water are released from the skin and the urinary system. First, let's talk about how can your body get rid of carbon dioxide and water vapor. Carbon dioxide and water vapor are exhaled from the two lungs during the exhalation process. Carbon dioxide gas and water vapor are exhaled from the two lungs during the exhalation process. Second, nitrogenous wastes, which are urine and uric acid, are removed by the two kidneys, which is the urinary system. Number 3, excess salts and excess water are expelled outside the body through the urinary system in the form of urine, or through the skin by secreting sweat from special glands in the skin called sweat glands. Again, some excess salts and the excess water are expelled outside the body through the urinary system in the form of urine. Some excess salts and excess water also can be released from the skin by secreting sweat from special glands in the skin called sweat glands. So, if I asked you what's meant by sweat glands, they are a special type of glands inside the skin that produce sweat. Special type of glands inside the skin that produce sweat. There is a question for give reason. Number 1, the skin is one of the excretory organs. Why is the skin is one of the excretory organ? Because it gets rid of some excess salts and excess water in the form of sweat. Because it gets rid of some excess salts and excess water in the form of sweat. Number 2, give reason. Body cells release their wastes into blood because blood carries these wastes to special organs to get rid of them. Because blood carries these wastes to special organs to get rid of them. Now, we can compare between the two types of wastes that our body produce them, which are the excretory materials and solid wastes. If we define each one, the excretory materials will be they are waste materials formed inside the body cells and carried by blood to special organs to get rid of them. Again, they are waste materials formed inside the body cells and carried by blood to special organs to get rid of them. Second, solid wastes. What are solid wastes? They are indigested food stored in the large intestine until they pass out of the body. They are indigested food stored in the large intestine until they pass out of the body. Now, Let's talk about the structure of the urinary system. Here is a drawing that shows the structure of the human urinary system. The sample drawing shows the structure of the urinary system. As you see, here is the two kidneys. These are the two kidneys. These are two ureters. The urinary bladder, and urethra. Again, two kidneys, two ureters, the urinary bladder, urethra. And here is two blood vessels that carry blood in and out. Here is a vein and an artery. A vein and an artery. If we talk about the structure of the urinary system, first, an artery for what? It carries blood containing nitrogenous wastes to the kidneys. The artery carries blood containing nitrogenous wastes to the kidney. A vein carries the pure blood, which is filtered by the two kidneys to the heart, which is pumps to the other body parts. So veins carries the pure blood, which is filtered by the two kidneys to the heart, which pumps it to the other body parts. The two kidneys, they are the most important organs that have pin shape like. So, if you want to know the structure of the two kidneys, the description of the two kidneys, they have pin shaped like, have the shape of a pin seed, and they are the most important organs in the urinary system. They are located on the both sides of the backbone in the abdominal cavity. They are located on both sides of the backbone in the abdominal cavity. What are they for? Or what's their function? Their function is to filtering blood from uric acid, excess salts, and the excess water, which are known nitrogenous wastes. These are known nitrogenous wastes. So we can say two kidneys filter blood from the nitrogenous wastes. What are the nitrogenous wastes? They are uric acid, excess salts, and the excess water. Or getting rid of these wastes in the form of urine. We also can say that the two kidneys help the body to get rid of urine. What's urine? The wastes that contain nitrogenous wastes, which are uric acid, excess salts, and the excess water, or excess salts dissolved in excess water. The two ureters. What are the two ureters? They are two narrow tubes that connect to the kidneys, to the urinary bladder. They are two narrow tubes that connect the kidneys to the bladder. We can look at them here. If you see the two kidneys, two ureter, they are two narrow tubes. They are two narrow tubes connecting what? Connecting the kidney to the urinary bladder. To connect the kidneys, two kidneys to the bladder. For what? It's just transfer the wastes from kidneys to the bladder. يبقى they are two narrow tubes connect what? Connect the kidneys to the bladder. For what? For transferring 4. Transferring. Transferring the waste. Which waste? Transfer the urine from 2 kidneys to the bladder. From 2 kidneys to bladder. Let's talk about the urinary bladder. Urinary bladder. As you see, urinary bladder looks as a balloon. It's a balloon-like sac organ. It means an organ looks like a balloon. An organ looks like a balloon. So the urinary bladder is a balloon-like sac that receives the urine from the 2 ureters. It receives urine from the 2 ureters. For what? The urinary bladder, or the function of the bladder, is to store urine temporarily. Store urine temporarily until it's released outside the body through urethra. Until it is released outside the body through urethra. Now let's talk about urethra. What is urethra? It's a tube which extends from the urinary bladder. As you see, this is the urinary bladder and this is a small tube. Extend from the bladder and opens outside the body. Extend from the bladder and opens outside the body. For what? It opens outside the body. It allows urine to pass outside the body. It lets urine to pass outside the body. Now, let's remember that urine. What's urine? It's a fluid of harmful wastes which is produced by the 2 kidneys. What's this waste contain? It consists of excess water containing some excess salts like urine and uric acid. And each kidney contains about 1 million minute tubules that filter blood from harmful wastes. And blood enters the kidneys through an artery. The blood that contains the wastes enter the kidney from or through an artery, while the pure blood leaves kidneys through a vein that carry blood to the heart. Let's know how to keep the urinary system healthy, or how to maintain the health of our urinary system. First, you should drink suitable amount of clean water daily, especially in summer. You should drink suitable amount of clean water every day, especially in summer. Number 2, eat balanced healthy food that is low in salts. Eat balanced healthy food that is low in salts. 3, keep away from irrigation canals and avoid urinating in them. Keep away from irrigation canals and avoid urinating in them. Number 4 and last, don't keep urine in the urinary bladder for long periods, or don't keep urine in the urinary bladder for long time. If I asked you a question, give reason. You should drink more clean water in summer. Why? You must drink more clean water, especially in summertime. Number 1, to keep the urinary system healthy. And the body produces more sweat in summer. The body produces more sweat in summer. Now we have finished lesson 2, which talked about the excretion and the urinary system. You have to know it well and study it well to be continued for the next lesson, inshallah.